Good morning, everyone. This is an unscheduled event. I was out walking the dog this morning and Archangel Michael came through to me and said he wanted to talk to me about intense negative emotions and what to do with them to gain personal power on your own with them. He says he has no problem taking our anger, our hurt, our pain, our frustration when we are overwhelmed by it and we can't handle it. He says, you can take those emotions and hand them to Michael. He says, give them to me anytime. But if you want to try something really amazing, he said to me, take any negative emotion that you're feeling and put it aside and ask yourself the question, if I wasn't feeling that, how would I really like to feel? And so I did that because something triggered me this morning and I felt a lot of intense emotions that I'd forgotten I had from my early childhood in relation to my mother. And so all these feelings of frustration and anger were welling up from this event that had triggered them. And that's when Michael came in and said, hey, there's something different you can try here. So what I literally did is I took those feelings, I said, okay, I'm going to put those feelings aside, literally not even give them any attention. So I put the anger, the frustration aside completely. And then I focused on what would I really like to feel right now. And of course, the first words that popped into my mind was joy. And Michael said, that's exactly right. The state that people naturally live in is joyful. And our ability to willingly take our attention and focus off that which hurts us and harms us and upsets us is all stuff that's based in the past. It's something we've already gone through. And we relive it. He says, people have to stop reliving their emotional pain and suffering and move into a state of being what they wish to be now, so that the quality of their consciousness gets articulated in a way and in a fashion that they want to experience their being in. While simultaneously he told me that state of joy that you moved into just now, that state of joy that I chose to move into, he said, in that state, if you keep that state, and anytime something contrary to it comes up, you move into that state of joy, you move into your state of happiness, you make a conscious, deliberate choice to move into that state, so you will begin to see the events in your world shaped to that. He's saying, we have said this many times to all of you, but you need to gain personal experience and evidence of that. So there will be things that will trigger your upset, your fear, your guilt, your shame, your anger, your frustration. Those emotions will deliberately be triggered so that you may make a choice about what you wish to experience from this point forward. Instead of those triggers that bring up the past again and again, it is time to release that. I will always help you with that. However, you are as I am in your essence, and it is time to stand on your spiritual legs and assert your capability creatively to manifest an emotional state that represents how you would wish your inner world and your outer world to be, for they are always mirrors of one another. You cannot blame others. You can't even blame your mother. You can't blame your father. What you can do is make a choice about the state that you wish to be in. And he kept reiterating that. It's important. And every time the emotion came up, I made a conscious decision to let it go again. And it's really important because you figure, depending on what your age is, whatever your biological age is, you've got that many years of emotional and mental information, knowledge, and experience stored in the system. And if you're not conscious of certain things and something's happening in your life and you're not happy with it, bear in mind, it's because of an emotional event that happened before that's being re-triggered to represent itself in your present now to be released. So things that happen in our lives that we do not like, remember, when they trigger negative emotions, it's the emotion you want to release. It's the emotion you want to let go. He said, that's why you can give it to him. He'll take it. He says, I'm more than happy to take it from you. However, empower yourself too, because you are in truth, as the angels, as the archangels, in your spiritual essence, it is who you are. And we are here to remind you of that. And you are here to become that. And you are here to enact that. And he was very passionate. I said, he was like that. He was like really insistent that it's important we each learn to articulate our own personal power and capabilities to be the divine beings that we are. These courses are specifically targeted to empower all of us to do that more effectively. So notice during the day, I know as I was saying earlier, this was a spontaneous thing that Michael told me to do not more than 15 minutes ago. He said, this is what you're going to do. You got to share this information with people so they understand that when a negative emotion comes up, they can hand it to me, but they can also be willing to let it go themselves and replace it with something better. And in the choice to replace it, you take your energy away from what was and put it on what is. And what is, if it is your joy, if it is your love, if it is your peace, if it is your bliss, then you will begin to experience that not only in your biology, but you will begin to see it articulated in your world. Getting goosebumps, thank you, Michael. And he says this is very important you understand this principle, that you can give an emotion up to him, he will take it, but it's important to put one in its place that's better. Better still, he says, learn how to release the emotion yourself and put something in its place yourself. When you master that skill, you will learn to be in the present moment at all times. For being in the present is a creative, conscious choice of being in a state of love, bliss, and grace. He's saying that's all for now. Anyway, I'm grateful I got a chance to come on like this. Like I said, they're with us all the time. Michael, particularly this morning, was like really strong. And when they come strong like this, when they ask me to deliver a message, I just deliver it. You learn to get to that place when something moves you to truth, when something moves you to love, when something moves you to your grace. When that happens, it's something that's a gift that we get to share with the world. And obviously I just want to do that, and Michael knows this. He's saying, try this today. Try this. Tonight, it's interesting because tonight's about defining your vision. Defining your vision. And remember, in order to define our vision, we have to have an idea of what that's going to look like, smell like, touch like, taste like, and feel like. And especially feel like. Anyway, this was all spontaneous. I'm just following some instructions from Michael this morning. So listen, have yourselves a joyful day. I'll see you all at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the actual lesson today. Much love to everybody. Bye for now.